No, certainly not. I think we found a great rhythm with the order. I love to see Markram at the top of the innings. I think he's creates great stability for somebody like Quinton de Kock to play freely, and then you have Rickleton at three.
If you are the South African captain, what would you do? Bat first or bat second?
I think chasing seems to be effective there. It also depends on timing, right? But because it's in the evening, I'd probably go along the lines of chasing. Yeah.
You think Rabada will play the game?
I've no doubt he will. He has led the bowling attack for many years.
Correct.
I believe that big performance for Rabada is around the corner.
Now let's jump to Indian team, which is the talk of the town, Abhishek Sharma. 4 ducks, rather 3 ducks in this league games. The player India used to always bank on. In fact, in his last 7 games, he's had 5 ducks, but 3 in the World Cup. Is advantage South Africa for that? You feel so that because it must be running at the back of Abhishek's mind?
Yeah, look, you're always looking at opportunities to gain 1 to 5%, when you're coming up against some of the best teams and best players in the world. And when you can identify an opening, I think that's where you want to try and push that door through. And from a South African standpoint, I will look at Abhishek Sharma, who's one of the best in the world in this format, going through a bit of a tough time. How do we knock him over early? Because that puts them on the back foot. And so, again, from an analysis point of view, looking at his setup and trying to identify certain gaps or weaknesses that you can try and walk through. And South Africa would certainly want to look at that.
India has a worry about Abhishek Sharma, but at the same time, you have Ishan Kishan firing all guns. He's been blazing and been playing fearless cricket like Abhishek used to play once upon a time. So, what is that South Africa you think will have to do to tackle Ishan Kishan, who's been playing the brand of cricket once Abhishek used to play?
Yeah, it's such a tough one, as I mentioned earlier, about small margins and how do you create some loopholes. And currently in his game, it doesn't seem like there are many. And, in cases like that, it's almost a case of, okay, how do you get him off strike and try and break a partnership on the other side? Teams often look at the first 5 to 6 balls. That's certainly the opening of where you can try and get players out early. So they'll try and target that and see what's the best option.
Another concern in India, I wouldn't call it concern, but the debate going on is the strike rate of Tilak Varma, who's going at around 110 strike rate. Yes, because Abhishek is getting out early, he's doing the anchoring role. But is that putting pressure on the other batsmen? Do you think India will think of getting Samson up ahead of Tilak Varma?
What I love about Sanju is it looks like he's playing that aggressive brand of cricket, which India, has certainly played for a period of time. You talk about Abhishek Sharma and, the brand of cricket that he's played over a long period of time. So Sanju comes in and certainly plays that as well. He offers a right-handed option at the top of the order if need be. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Sanju coming in. I think it does put a little bit of pressure on a guy like Tilak Varma coming in early. You're trying to steady the ship, but I guess it's a yin yang with having the strike rates up on the other side, and then obviously he has the anchoring role. So maybe there's a discussion around what are the roles. I mean, if there's clarity of role, then that's all that they need really.
You see Sanju opening the batting and coming one down. You think Abhishek will be put down?
Yeah, it's an interesting one. I like the look of keeping the 2 left-handers up top and then Sanju at 3 if they're going to go the Tilak Varma replacement. I'd probably go that route.
So you would put Sanju on the top or put 2 left-handers on the top? I am still not sure. I didn't get you.
No, I'll go Sanju 3.
Do you feel India is playing with that fear or pressure that this is a World Cup which they need to defend and playing at home?
It's an interesting one. I think it's, the teams that still find a way to put in performances and win are the most dangerous teams. I think it's about timing of when in the tournament you hit great form. So I think from an Indian standpoint, what's really impressive is that somebody at some point is standing up in the top 6-7. This team is still has found ways to put in performances and win, but now they're doing it collectively. They're going to be a force to reckon with in this World Cup.
For the last, probably after the World Cup, barring Bumrah and Arshdeep, even Anaksar, then you have the mystery of Varun, Pandya, Dubey. So you see the bowling is settled?
Yeah, I think they're nice and settled. You've got real strike forces, particularly from a seam and a spin point of view. Arshdeep to swing the ball, Bumrah, with great pace and accuracy, and then you've got Chakravarti, who's, an XR who's provides control, but still has the ability to strike, and Varun, the mystery of Varun is a real X factor for India. So they've got all their bases covered. Again, it's going to come down to who assesses conditions better and who has the ability to execute their skill more consistently. Will get over the line.
One batsman and one bowler from South Africa who you think will be, according to you, will have the day on that particular run. That is tomorrow night.
I'm going to go Jansen. Batter, I'm going to go the captain, Aiden Markram.
From Indian side, one batsman, one bowler.
The form of Ishan Kishan has been impressive, so I'm going to go with him. From a batter's point of view, bowler, you can't move further than Bumrah.